First of all, let me start this off by saying, Timbaland, what the fuck? The timing of this competition couldn't be more disrespectful. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. But listen to me. I had a full plan for today. I had a whole to-do list of things to do for work and, you know, my content creation and everything like that. And then all of a sudden I'm scrolling and I see Timbaland is looking for 5 people around the globe to feature on his next album. And there's a whole competition and everything. And I set up a voting link, completely threw off my plan. It's already nearly midday. And now, you know, I've got this thing. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, Timbaland just announced this competition. Go check this out. But I've put my name in the running. I've got a profile on Orbit. You should check it out and start voting when the voting opens up on March 31st. It's also already in my bio as well. So if you want to check that out, find the link and vote for me. I'm trying to get on this album. I'm trying to work with Timbaland. And listen, I'm gonna stop saying trying to. That's the last time I tell you guys that I'm trying to do something with Timbaland. I am going to do something with Timbaland, whether he knows it right now or he doesn't. Because, listen, 2 years ago in 2023, I know this isn't what this series is about, but 2 years ago in 2023, I was on TikTok live with Timbaland. I was in the Timbo IDO. I sat there for an hour with Tawawata. We watched him tell countless artists, try again. Like Aaliyah said, you could dust it off and try again. But then it gets to my turn. He plays Trying to Be Grown. He tells me that I sound like J. Cole. He tells me that I'm really rapping, right? That's Timbaland himself, the GOAT. You've heard this guy's hits. You've heard Future Sex Love Sounds. You've heard his countless tracks with Missy Elliott, Aaliyah. You know this guy, Timbaland, the GOAT, right? So anyway, he's made this competition. I know that I'm gonna work with this dude. I know it's just a matter of time before we get in the studio together, before we meet face to face, and it's just gonna happen. Today was just a sign from the universe that that's my path. That's the way that I'm supposed to be going. That's my purpose. That's how everything has to go down. So whether I'm one of the 5 people to be picked for this competition or not, it's gonna happen. And I'm manifesting that. That was just further confirmation. So anyway, welcome to another episode of Progress Report. I'm Nomad222. If you guys don't know what this series is about or who I am, go back to episode 1, get your asses back there, check it out, and then come back to this episode because we're gonna talk about a whole lot more that you need the context for. Look, I'm gonna speed through the analytics today because I don't really have time for that. I have all this other stuff that I want to talk to you guys about, including the single that's dropping at midnight tonight, Just Do It, produced by Levi. It's gonna be out on all platforms, including that, as well as my current view on social media and everything like that, and just talking some honest shit. I'm talking some honest shit today. But anyway, it is week 27 of this thing. This is like episode 24 or something like that, but it's the 27th week, guys. Anyway, I have 603 Spotify monthly listeners. That's up from last week. The top 5 countries are 168 listeners in Australia, 109 listeners in the United States, 70 listeners in the Philippines, 45 listeners in New Zealand, and 28 listeners in South Africa. Top cities, 96 listeners in Melbourne, 27 listeners in Sydney, 27 listeners in Brisbane, 23 listeners in Auckland, 20 listeners in Johannesburg, and we don't need to get into the rest of the demographic. That's just for me. But anyway, we had 540 streams in the past week, which is down from last week. It's less than half. We had 1,048 last week. Now we're at 540, but that's cool. It is what it is. It's still an upward trajectory, right? And plus, we got a new song dropping at midnight, so that might change things, get people a little bit more hyped. I know that the promo for More Than a Game has been a little bit stale, but it is what it is. At least we are still getting an increase in listens. Spotify followers, I have 307, so that's 3 more from last week. And we have 20 new playlist adds, so we're sitting at 1,254 all time. On Apple Music, we have 4 daily listeners and 8,391 new streams on Apple Music, which is 23 more streams than last week and 2 more listeners than last week as well. On social media, we got 4,134 new 4,134 followers. That is an increase of 6 new followers. We have 5,559 followers on TikTok. That's like just over 20. 666 subscribers on YouTube, which is like 17 new followers. So that 17 new subscribers. So thank you again to everyone on YouTube. Talking about engagement rate. So Instagram had the highest reach this week, but the engagement, so when I say reach, I mean we had 21.5 thousand views, but the engagement was lower at 2.2%, meaning that it attracted a wider audience, but there was less interaction. So hella people watching my stuff, not a lot of people leaving a like or a comment or anything like that. So if you're on my Instagram, please, this week, please let me know if you guys are seeing this stuff in the comments. Please like, please share it to your story as well. Send it to other people or whatever, just to help get that engagement rate up. The majority of those views on Instagram came from non-followers at 65.1%. So more than half of the views that I was getting in that 21.5 thousand views was people that aren't actually following me. But and that's great for the reach, but I feel like we need stronger calls to action. We need stronger CTAs in order to convert them into followers. So currently my main CTA has been like, follow me on Spotify, stream me on Spotify, stream this song, follow me on Instagram and all that other stuff, subscribe to my channel, all of that. So I need to figure out a different way to do a call to action, like maybe tag 3 friends or something like that. But I also feel like that's outdated. So I got to do a bit of research online to see what content is working in terms of like, you know, those CTAs and for independent artists and stuff like that. So yeah. But overall on Instagram, yeah, 21.5 thousand views, and 474 interactions. So we need to get those interactions up. On TikTok, my engagement rate went low, but it's still quite high across all 3 platforms. We had across all 3, it's the highest engagement rate at 6.54%, which indicates that we have a strong audience interaction despite the low views. And that's the truth. I feel like I get a lot of returning viewers commenting and consistently, you know, showing up for my posts, showing up, leaving a like, letting me know. And the comments themselves are actually a lot deeper than like say Instagram, where people might throw in a flame emoji or leave a 100. But on TikTok, they're actually taking the time to be like, hey, this actually goes hard, or I've been following you for a minute and blah, blah, blah. And I feel like I'm getting a much more dedicated audience on there. So all my bros and all my sis on my sisters on TikTok and YouTube specifically, I fuck with y'all for real. I really do appreciate it. So keep showing up, and I'm gonna keep showing up for you guys and dropping these banger tracks. So that's TikTok. On YouTube, we performed solidly. We had a 4.67% engagement rate, up from last week, suggesting that, yeah, again, like we said, we have a dedicated, engaging audience on that platform that are really messing with the content. And you know, hopefully what this tells me is that, you know, people are really buying into the vision. And that's why I continue to do this. People are really buying into the vision. People are really buying into what it is that we are trying to achieve, the objectives that we're after, and the goals that we're trying to kick. And going back to the start of this video, that's why we are chasing this Timbaland competition. It's 1 in 5 people around the globe that will get a chance to be on this album with Timbaland. And I truly feel like I am not just one of those 5. I am the one. I am the one that should be on this album. You know, like I said, I talked to Timbaland directly 2 years ago, and he gassed me up so much. Like, I did not warrant or ask for that encouragement, but he gave it willingly. And anyway, and I really feel like that's where I need to be, right? And look, let's go back to a personal note. So 2 days ago or not 2 days ago, yesterday, I began the promotion of my next single, Just Do It. And this is a single that it's not really a song, right? Like, it doesn't have a real structure to it. It's just straight bars from the get-go. It's 2 minutes and like 5 seconds of just straight bars where I'm just rapping, and the feeling that I got, like, You guys know I'm big on wrestling. You guys know that I've been following WWE heavy the past couple of years. And one of the emerging characters on the WWE at the moment is Jacob Fatu. For those of you who don't know who that is, look up the Samoan Werewolf. Look up his work in the past 12 months, or even on MLW, the indie promotion that he was on a couple years ago. This guy is not only one of the most athletic and agile, while still being huge, Samoan wrestlers of all time, but he's also one of the greatest people to ever pick up a mic and cut a promo, right? But one of the things that he's always, been talking about in his promos or in the ring or anything like that is that he feels incredibly underrated and disrespected. But despite the disrespect, despite the hate, despite the envy, no one can touch him. And the promos that I've been putting out to promote Just Do It, I sampled his promo, so make sure you go check that out, first of all. But you'll see it when the lyric video drops at midnight, and so check this out tonight. I used his full promo from last month when he finally got, this is the first promo that he really got to cut, where he got to be the lead, and he got to tell everyone, this is what it comes to, huh? I'm tired of the disrespect, I'm tired of the hate, the envy, but even on my worst day, y'all still can't touch me. He said, what y'all thought I was crazy, huh? What y'all thought I was off the hinges, huh? What y'all thought I was losing it, huh? Well, guess what? The crazy thing about this whole situation is that I'm just getting started. Something like that. I kind of butchered it. I know what the promo is. It's just I get it jumbled all over the place. But I lip synced the entire thing because that's how I feel about the music scene right now. I feel incredibly disrespected. I feel so disrespected by the scene. The entire time that I've been pursuing music, that I've been, based in Melbourne, my entire life, 2015, I stopped pursuing music. It's now 2025, and this entire 10-year run, I've been waving the flag. I've been the ultimate flag bearer for Burn City. Burn City on my name. I put Burn City in all my songs. Melbourne, Naarm. I represent Burn City to the fullest. But the way that this city has turned its back on me and continues to disrespect me, I'd be lying if I said it doesn't hurt a little bit. But despite that fact that people are in my story, viewing everything that I'm doing, just watching, just on some stalker shit, just watching what it is that I'm doing. And I don't know why. Maybe the motivation is they want to wait and see when I'm going to quit, when I'm going to break, when I'm finally going to give up. But they're there watching me and they don't show any love. They don't engage. I'm averaging between 400 to 1,000 views on my posts, but I'm getting maybe 1 to 10 likes. 1 to 15 likes or something like that. 0 comments. I'm lucky if I get a flame emoji or something like that. But then, people come back, and this is no disrespect to other artists, but people that don't post at the same rate that I do or anything like that, come back for one time. They put up one post, everyone's in the comments, everyone's sharing it around, everyone's doing likes, and they're commenting things on there that would make sense for me. In my teasers for Just Do It, I literally just teased the first line, still rapping like the rent due, and then people are in other people's comments commenting rent due. It doesn't even make sense. They didn't even say it in their bars, but that would make sense. The irony right there. Anyway, I'm going on this rant and doing this comparison shit. I'm just giving you that context because that was the hole that I've been in for the past couple of days, right? And I've been struggling to stop myself from spiraling. But then I see this post go out today about TIMBALAND'S IDO, right? And then I remember the whole thing that connects with me about Jacob Fatu's promo is the fact that he recognizes the disrespect. He recognizes the way that people are underrated, how underrated he is. He recognizes that people aren't giving him his just due. But at the same time, he knows in his heart that he is the best at what he does, and no one can touch him. And so that's where I'm at right now, is that, I seen this go up. I've made my decision. I've submitted my choice of song. I've sent it off, and I know for a fact that there's no reason why me and Timbaland aren't gonna work together. Sure, I'm in Melbourne. He's in the VA or wherever he stays. He's in the States. What else? I got 4 kids. Sure, that's another thing. There's a whole bunch of reasons why it shouldn't work, but I am telling you right now, it is gonna work. And so let me put on my Jacob Fatu hat and cut my own promo. In 2017, I almost gave up on music. My girl told me that we were expecting, and I told my dad it's over. I gotta provide. But he said to me, kids start school at 5. So you know what? Give yourself 5 years first. And look, 6 years later, 3 kids more, and countless sacrifices later, I'm still here and I'm still doing this. I'm still pursuing this. But I won't lie, I feel like the window's closing for sure. The money's tight, the support ain't what it used to be. But one of the biggest moments of my career, Timbaland himself telling me, you sound like J. Cole. And that I was really rapping. And now I'm up for the chance to be 1 in 5 artists to be featured on his next album, right? Now, I don't know how much time I have left in this run, but I refuse to go down without a fight. Maybe it's ego, maybe it's delusion, but I know that this was meant for me. I just know it in here. I was scrolling on the gram, the post comes up, Timbaland, looking for 5 artists. But all I saw was, that's mine. So you know what? March 1st, when the voting opens, and you can click on that link that's in my bio right now, and that voting button is available for you to click, vote for me. Vote for the underdog. Nomad222, because I deserve it. And I will get there. Whether it's this competition or whether it's some other way. This is mine. Anyway, that's my promo. That's my promo. I'm not a wrestler, but look, I really enjoy this shit. I just know it's got to happen. Something's got to give. You know? I mentioned before that I'm not getting as much support as I used to. It's not there the way that it used to be, from friends, from family, from the city overall. Like, it's not the way that it used to be. I would argue that 2020 and 2023 were the best years of my career in terms of visibility and people seeing me and people engaging with me. But since then, like outside of that, I'm getting left on scene. People don't want to feature in my music video. You know, I tell a joke, but I'll never tell a lie. The disrespect is at an all-time high. More on that later. But I say all that to say, I still have a handful of people in my corner that still believe in what it is that I'm trying to do. For example, right, I posted a screenshot of a conversation of just a message that I got from someone yesterday. Yeah. And a lot of people were wondering who that was, and I'm not gonna put them on blast on the platforms, but because this is a safe space where very few people come to view my content and see this video the whole way through, I will tell you guys, that was Spell. You know, DJ Spell, you guys know I got multiple songs with him. You know, the 3 most listened to songs of the past couple of months have been 3 songs produced by him. And I've admitted it to you guys before. I am a beneficiary of the DJ Spell stimulus package. So shout out to DJ Spell. But basically, you know, he hit me up out of the blue. And first of all, if you know Spell, you know, he's a very busy dude. He's doing a whole lot of shit. He's moving around. He's making all these moves. He's got hundreds of thousands of people following him on TikTok and Instagram and things like that. But he's someone that I've had these conversations with for social media and content and gaining a following, building an audience and things like that. And I've watched him explode. Like, I remember having a conversation to him about, you know, the goal that he had for himself was 10,000 followers. And that was like 2 to 3 years ago, something like that. He was going for 10,000 followers, and he told me that 10,000 is the magic number. So that's my goal at the moment. But he told me 10,000 is the magic number, because once you hit that, that's when the amount of new followers you start to get is like, you know, times 3 or times 10 or something like that. Like, it just starts to go crazy past 10K. And now this dude's like at hundreds of thousands. But he hits me up out of the blue and he says to me, "Gee, are you posting 3 times a day?" And I said, "Yeah, are you about to tell me that that's too much?" And he said, "The algorithm's always changing," right? And basically, you know, just confirming for me what I kind of already, I had in the back of my mind, that, you know, I am posting too much. You know, I'm posting clips of these like 7 days a week, once a day. I'm posting clips of Mad Mondays. I'm posting clips of my old catalog, as well as the new songs that are coming out. I'm doing full campaigns for the new singles, right? But yeah, he pretty much, he asked me like, what's the stats? And you guys know we've been doing this progress report thing for weeks now, for months now. And I told him like, I have this much streams in the past 3 months. I have this much new followers and everything like that. And pretty much confirmed for me, like, that is way too much. That is not enough return for the type of output that I'm doing, or something along those lines. And you know, that's so true. But I say all that to say, like, this is someone who, you know, let's be honest about it, is not on my level. Like, he's levels ahead of me right now, but he's still taking the time to come back and give me, you know, give me some free game. And you can't deny, like, tell me in the comments if you disagree with me, but I can't deny that doesn't make me think this guy believes in me. Like, this is someone who truly believes and recognizes the hard work. Despite what you think about the music that I put out, the main thing that I want to be recognized for is the effort and the hard work that I'm putting in, right? Those of you who know me and truly know me know that I have 4 kids, that I have a 9-to-5 job, and still I'm finding the time to not only create my own content, create my own music, but I'm also the one that's making that stuff come out and putting content out at such a high rate. 5 posts a day is what I've averaged for the past month. But people don't tell me that they see it. This is the first person that's like called me out on it and been like, you're posting 3 times a day. And I'm like, bro, more than that. And yeah, it's wrong, but at least he recognized it. He recognized the output. And again, unprompted, I didn't hit him up first. He hit me up out of the blue. And another person, shout out to Tiana Kasi, who's also doing incredible stuff. And you know, we are now 2 artists and hoping to expand this group of artists who are going to hold each other accountable for creating quality content. Because that's another issue that I've been having. You know, obviously the quantity is there, but what about the quality? I know that the More Than a Game campaign wasn't that great. It was, you know, just the same content every single day, just rescheduled and put out different times. And, you know, it could have been more variety. It could have been, there should have been more of a point of difference. But I just needed people to see the concept that I'm trying to prove first. And the concept is that I am a workhorse, right? Going back to the WWE analogy, like, you know, as much as I want to be the tribal chief, sometimes you got to be Seth Rollins. And I know that sounds like crazy disrespectful to Seth Rollins, but I'm Seth Rollins right now. I am a workhorse. I'm the one that is going to show up every single week and work as hard as possible and just show up for the company, show up and do my job to the best of my abilities. And sometimes it'll be at my own detriment, right? Think about all the time that I'm losing with my kids. Think about all the time that I'm losing with my family, or all the time that I'm sacrificing, you know, where I could just be relaxing with my partner. You know, me and my girl, we never go out on dates. We don't have date nights. We can't afford date nights, you know? But I'm here trying to make this dream work because I believe in the concept of Nomad222. I believe in the idea. I'm gonna work harder and outwork everybody, and I just need a little bit of help to channel that work ethic into quality, right? Anyway, this has become a way bigger rant. I feel like this is more like a therapy session for myself than a progress report. But thank you for bearing with me regardless. And you know, I know there's been a lot of ego showing in this episode. There's been a lot of talk and bigging up myself, but seldom do I ever big myself up. I feel like, you know, if you guys disagree with me, again, leave it in the comments. Tell me if I'm too cocky, or tell me if I'm too up myself or whatever. Maybe in the music, but when it comes to real life, like I get really uncomfortable when people praise me or tell me that I'm doing a good job or anything like that. It's very uncomfortable for me to be confronted with that in person, but it's something that I know I need to change and work on within myself, because to get to the point that I aspire to get to, that's just the kind of person that I have to become. Someone who's confident and steadfast and knows exactly what their purpose is. And I know what my purpose is to get on this Timbaland album. So with that being said, I'm gonna wrap it up there. The voting for the Timbaland competition starts on March 1st. Please, save it in your calendar right now. Put an alarm on. March 31st, actually, is when the first round starts. March 31st. Save it in your calendar. Vote for Nomad222. The link is already in my bio. It's already there. Click on it. Go to the website. Vote for me. You guys know my story. You know my testimony. You know my anecdotes. You know my history. This is mine. And we are going to get that together. Because together, we move. And I know that's how I end the videos, but I'm not ending it there. I saw the segue. I couldn't help myself. But look, Timbaland IDO opens March 31st. Vote for me. Save it in your calendar. Midnight tonight, Just Do It drops. And shout out to Jacob Fatu as well. As soon as it drops, I need you to save it to your playlist. I need you to stream it, play it, do everything that is going to support and help to build this so that we can grow and get out to the universe. But look, we are 27 weeks in, right? We've been doing this for 27 weeks. We've been consistent. We've been planning. We've been hustling, and now it's time to see some of that hard work pay off. But once again, I just want to remind you guys about how grateful I am that you guys tune in every week. For those of you who do, or that you're tuned in for the first time and that you're going to be tuning in every week after this, thank you for everything that you do, whether it's a view, whether it's a like or comment or a share or anything like that, whether you're going to be coming to one of my shows or you have come to one of my shows in the past. You are the reason why I keep going. You are part of that handful that I spoke about before. You know, so many people have turned their back on me. So many people have abandoned ship when I'm just starting to gain momentum, when I'm just starting to get some wind in my sail. But you guys stayed on board. And you guys are helping me to get to that final destination where we need to go. We are going to get to the promised land together. Because together we move. I'm sorry. But yeah, I got so much love for you guys. Let's keep going. Let's keep this momentum up. And look, I am someone who doesn't take my own advice that I'm about to give, but please, above all else, try and remain positive. All right. I know it's hard, whatever you're going through, whether it's money, the cost of living is rising, whether it's, you know, stress or just feeling isolated or things like that. I am about to call my doctor so that I can get a therapist again. But look, people are with you. And I'm one of those people, all right? We're going to get through this together. This too shall pass. And I'm gonna wrap it up there. Don't forget, together we move. Love y'all.